guys. I'm Coach McMillan. For some of you in the elementary who may not know me, I teach social studies in high school. I'm today's reader. I'm reading an illustrated version of the Star Spangled Banner. Now, I am a history teacher, so I will give you a little bit of background. Uh, Francis Scott Key's poem, "The Star Spangled Banner," is the basis for the what we now call our national anthem. Ironically enough, it was put to a British song. That is the music that we associate with what we know as our national anthem. You know, Francis Scott Key was a lawyer who lived in Baltimore, and he was a witness to a battle that took place during the War of 1812 between the British and the United States. Yeah, that was kind of like the American Revolution Take Two. You know, some of us sometimes we history teachers refer to that as the Second War of Independence. Um, but Key watched from a distance the bombardment of Fort McHenry, and that is the actual name of his poem, "The Defense of Fort McHenry." And it was anyway the bombardment there in Baltimore. He was so impressed by and moved by the fact that the flag still stood after the continuous bombing by the British Navy, that he was moved to write the poem. For a number of years, once the poem was put to music, for a number of years it was kind of used informally as on official occasions for various branches of the military and parts of the government. And it began being a little bit more officially used in 1889 when the Navy officially adopted it as its music for ceremonies and official occasions. Then a little bit later, President Wilson adopted it as an official song in 1916, and then it was finally, through an act of Congress, made the national anthem in 1931. And of course, the rest is history. And we know, and of course now we play it before ball games, most notably, and various other ceremonies. And there are all sorts of customs and traditions associated with the national anthem that we observe out of respect. Anyway, I'm going to read the illustrated version of the Star Spangled Banner, and then I'm going to pluck it out on my guitar. The Star Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Key. Illustrations by Peter Spire. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? There are actually several more verses of Key's poem, but of course the one we play and the one we sing is is his first verse. And that is the most famous. And that is something you can look up, that you can research and look into on your own. There's plenty of sites out there. And there's plenty of sites on the War of 1812, as well as Fort McHenry and the Battle of Baltimore, and the background on Francis Scott Key. Now I'm going to pick it out on my guitar.